Damien!
Well, it's a bit of a weird thing to follow. I go out a lot because drinking helps me cope. And I like to play a little game when I've stumbled home after a night out. Now, that's actually the saddest thing you're gonna hear from a man, because not only does it mean that I'm bored enough to make up a game when I'm drunk, it also means that I go home enough alone so many times that I've managed to make up a game for myself. Now, just to give you some background, I live in student accommodation. Not going to tell you where, not because I have any valuables, but because I don't trust you people. Now, I like to play a game called Fuck the System. I have automatic lights that trip on motion. So what I like to do is I like to make sure they don't trip. Because I don't trust machines. I think we were good enough with normal lights. Normal manual lights. I don't see the reason for motion-activated bullshit. No. But I do like to play that game. And when I was playing it a couple of weeks ago, I noticed something peculiar. While I was on the floor, crawling towards my room, successful by the way, I noticed a sign that was glowing in the dark. So I crept up to it, slowly as to not trip the lights, and I read it. It was the sign for the fire extinguisher, and that got me thinking. In a fire, the last thing I'm gonna think of is, oh, it's so dark here. I wish that there was something light in order to see the huge fire extinguisher. And even if there was a fire, reading a sign is the last thing I'm gonna do. I don't care if I have no idea how to use that fire extinguisher. I'm going to rip it from the wall and try to use it as effectively as possible, which probably means just throwing it at the fire. Hopefully, if the fire extinguisher explodes, then there's one less problem. But that did get me thinking, what other dumb things do people just accept? You know, one of them is, for example, when you're walking and there's a group of people in front of you and they're blocking the entire pathway. All you want to do is push forwards, you know, break through the crowd, but you can't. You've got to be polite, you've got to be like, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me, and they never do. They never listen, and I swear to God they mean it. You know, they don't want you to cross. They want you to fail. They want you to stand behind them and wait for as long as possible. I hate those people. Now, another thing, for example, is coffee. I've never been a coffee man. Is there any coffee connoisseurs in the audience? Woo! Great, great. This next part's not going to be for you. But, no, I can never tell the difference between a latte, a cappuccino, or any of those other kinds of stuff. I just order the first thing that comes to my mind. And I hate that. I wish that I could just go up to the counter and say, I'd like this coffee and I'd like it to be good, please. I don't want to peruse an encyclopedia every time I want to get some fucking caffeine. And the third thing that we just deal with is racism. I'm Polish. And as a Polish person living in Britain, the one thing I learned in my 12 years, a decade and 2 years for those that deal with worded times are, it's completely fine to be racist against a Polish person. That's completely acceptable. You know, I've heard a lot of jokes. For example, what did the Polish person bring to the dog fight? Hey, dog fight. Well, what did the person bring to the friendly dog fight? They claw at each other, but they don't bite the jugular. A cat. There, see? Second part. Leads into both. Why was Jesus not born in Poland? Couldn't find 3 wise men and a virgin. I wish that I could say, that's not true, but it is. No. But you wouldn't say, oh, you're French. If someone came here to buy an American flag, you wouldn't say, American. Took me a while to get that one. I suppose I must be Polish. But no, I kept it up. I said, we Polish people have been chewed and spit out way too long for this abuse. And I looked at him in his eyes, in his dead eyes, black eyes. And I saw a change in his expression. He went from jovial to sadness. There was a little tear streaming down his eye. And he looked up at me and he said, sorry, so this is a bakery. No, as Polish, as I am. Can't even do grammar now. I'm not a good example of the Polish race. No, but as a Polish man, I have a Polish grandmother. Worked that one out. But no, and Polish people have a lot of stories, a lot of wives' tales, that sort of thing, and. My grandmother, the last time I visited Poland, told me about the tale of the moth. And you'll see why Polish stories are a bit different from English stories, because Poland hasn't had the greatest history. It's sort of been fuck up after fuck up. It's spiraled down. And then World War II came and it went down, and then, well, so kept that up. But once you're at rock bottom, the only way to go is dig down into the ground. No, but story about the moth. So, a moth goes into a doctor's office, and moth goes to the doctor and says, Doctor, I've been having some trouble. I feel sad, Doctor. I feel depressed, in fact. I look to the sky and I don't see it with the same joy that I used to. My moth wife, she doesn't want to sleep with me anymore, Doctor. She told me it's because I've been too sad. And my moth son, whenever I look at him with my moth eyes, I see the same failure and the same sense of dread that I do when I look in the mirror. My youngest, or should I say late youngest, he died, Doctor. couple of moth years back. That's mere days to you, Doctor, but that's years to me. He died in a plague, a moth plague, in fact. Only affected moths, that's why he didn't There's no awareness of moth issues, Doctor. In the 21st century, we have no representation. People swat us out of the air when they see us like flies, Doctor. Help me, Doctor. Give me advice. Tell me what I should do with the few days in my moth life that I have. The doctor, he looked to the moth and he said, sorry to hear that, but shouldn't you be visiting a psychiatrist? You know, I'm a doctor. What are you doing in here? And the moth looks at him and he says, well, the light was on. Thank you very much.